In this video today, you're gonna learn what it takes to get to 10% body fat and 15 to 20% body fat. And knowing this can be pretty much the difference between a successful fat loss or a failed fat loss. What's happening, guys? I'm Marcus Wolf, and if you're new to this channel and you're a busy guy looking for a fat loss solution that supports your busy life, smash that subscribe button, because these videos are 100% for you. Busy dad, busy father, wait, that's the same thing. Busy husband, busy entrepreneur. I help busy guys find a fat loss solution for their busy lifestyle so they can finally just say, I can't swear on YouTube, can I? Give me my six-pack! Fat loss is tough. And by the end of this video, you're gonna have a pretty good idea of why maybe you have struggled with your fat loss. Sure, you know it takes consistency. Yes, you know it takes a level of sacrifice from your favorite foods and, drinking with the buddies at the bar. And then there's that whole, am I doing the thing I'm supposed to be doing correctly thing. And by the end of this video, like I said, you're gonna know the difference between what it takes to get to 10% body fat and let's say 15 to 20% body fat. So first, we're gonna see what 10% and 15 even look like. So here's a picture of a random dude from Google. Don't sue me. You can tell here he has visible abs just walking around all day. 15 to 20% body fat person, they probably have to flex really hard just to show even a trace of thing, but still, really good, hard work to show for it with the 15 to 20% body fat. There are major differences between the two, and it all comes down with effort. So now that we know the difference between the two, let me talk about what it takes to get to either or, because they're huge. So first, we're gonna talk about the 15 to 20% crew and what it takes to get there. So, in my personal opinion, and also in my experience from myself and working with my private clients, to get to 15 to 20% body fat is so much easier than you think. And this is really important because if you're trying to get there, you don't need to do what you're gonna hear in a couple seconds about the 10% crew. Anyways, okay, so first, what can you do to get to 15 to 20%? One, you can definitely have more food. More calories, more food, whether you weigh your food, whether you count your calories, doesn't really matter. You can have more food, no doubt about it. You can have more carbs, you can have more alcohol consumption more frequently. Yeah! You could have more fun foods more frequently. Yes! And you could not have to move as often as frequently. It's just one of those type of things where I call it the 80-20 rule. If you stick to everything you need to do 80% of the time and leave 20% for the fun stuff. So fun stuff is alcohol, burgers, not having to work out every single day or not having to move every single day. You know what I mean? Like 80% of the time you're just on, you're totally fine. And if you want to kind of look at this in like a number, if you were to eat, let's say 4 times a day, times 7 equals 28, divide by 20%, I think it's like 5.5 meals. So 5.5 meals a week, you could just kind of have a little bit of fun. So if you're out there saying to yourself, man, I'm having only like, let's say 1 cheat meal or whatever a week, and really you could have up to 5 meals a week, you're really missing out. And that's probably one of the reasons why you may have not seen success. Because the thing is, you're trying too hard. I know. So it's one of those type of things where if you just abide by the 80-20 rule, you could see massive results. Even the 15 to 20%. You just have to be 80-20. That's the number you always have to chase for. And then there's the 10% crew. 10% crew, I believe, is more of the 90 to 95% rule. Right? So where the 15% crew is an 80-20 rule, the 10% crew is 90 to 95% on. And that sounds familiar to a lot of people. And this is where most people live. Even if their goal is to try to get to 15 or 20, this is where they live and this is where the mistake is. Because for me to get to 10% body fat, I have less alcohol, like maybe once a week. I have way less carbs. I have less fun foods, probably only like 1 fun food a week. I'm moving every single day as often as I can to make sure calories are being burnt. And then number 5, what was number 5? Oh yeah, my calories are poverty calories. So here's where the biggest mistake happens, where most people act like this, the 90 to 95% rule, when they're really just aiming for that 15 to 20% look. You know what I mean? As long as they have a lean stomach, as long as it doesn't hang out of their medium t-shirts, they are totally fine. So the major difference here is the amount of effort necessary. And because people who want to achieve only 15 to 20% body fat are treating it like they're trying to attain 10% body fat, they quit. Because first of all, trying to get to 10% body fat is extremely unsustainable. I know this. I have a plan to say to myself, I'm gonna go to 10% body fat for 12 weeks. After 12 weeks, I'm gonna do such and such and such to get out of it, because you just can't stay in it for a very long time. So if that sounds like you're probably shaking your head going like, shit. Because I did this a million times over and over when I first started lifting weights and tried to lose fat, and it was always focusing on way too strict of a lifestyle. Only having one cheat meal a week, having to work out like a crazy person. Yeah, so essentially I was always just too strict for what my goal was asking me. Now, if you want to get to 10%, you have to ask yourself one question first though. Have I mastered the 80-20 rule? Because if you don't master 80, you can't master 90-95%. Now don't get me wrong, I ain't no mathematician, but I'm pretty sure 90-95 is a better grade than 80. I'm a high school dropout, and I'm pretty sure I just figured that out. So, now you've identified the biggest difference. So yeah, in my experience with working with private clients, it's just an all or nothing mindset. I used to have it, most people have it. All or nothing is, I'm gonna go super strict, and until you get rid of that all or nothing mindset, you're gonna continually always chase after something that's not even the goal you want. Because I've talked to millions and millions of guys about this, and most of them would just be happy to have a flat stomach with like visible abs if you just flex enough and not have to chase after this like completely ripped six-pack. Number 2, you have to learn how to be flexible on your diet. Because I believe you have to be able to eat your fun foods and lose fat at the same time. That's how you're gonna make it last long. That's how you're gonna make it sustainable. If you don't do that, you're gonna constantly still live back in that all or nothing we were talking about, right? Because you treat a burger like as if it's like a ruining diet thing when it's just a burger. And don't call it a cheat meal. That doesn't make it any better either, okay? And the last thing too is first master 80-20. So if you're not mastering what you're supposed to be doing eating-wise, if you're not mastering what you're supposed to be doing training-wise, sleeping-wise, all-wise, you have to focus on the 80% rule first. That's the 3 things, the 3 tips I would give right now for anybody who's trying to focus on seeing results, whether it be 15 or 20% or even the 10%, is just learn how to crawl before you walk. Okay, so abide by the 80-20 rule, forget about that all or nothing mindset, and learn how to be flexible on your diet and still lose fat. If you could master those 3 things, I guarantee it will increase your effectiveness in your fat loss. Now, I hope these tips help you, because this is always near and dear to my heart, just because I was a person who was always all or nothing. I always had cheat meals, always spraying Windex on my chicken breast just to make sure it's super clean. And then within a couple weeks, I get super bored and I just want to go back into a bulk and put on muscle because I'm clearly struggling to lose fat. Now, fat loss isn't easy. This is gonna make it easier. So focus on those 3 things. So yeah, if you like this video, hit that like button, because this type of video is like really near and dear to me, because I struggle with the all or nothing. I think a lot of guys struggle with the all or nothing mindset. And it's just one of those type of things where you want to get these weird terminologies that were created by like bros and bodybuilders back in the day with cheat meals and bad foods, and just realize as long as you're on 80-20% of the time, you can see massive results. Okay, I hope that helps you out. Hit that like button, guys. I'm out!